welcome to More with Murders, where we get into talking about unsolved true crimes, and later we talk about what could have happened, and just our own theories and not the facts. I'm here with my special guests. You guys can see me.
My name is Vanessa.
My name is Lauryn.
All right, and we're gonna be talking about the Black Dahlia murder.
Oh.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
All right. So essentially, this was a case that happened in the 1940s, January 15, 1947. And so I'm pretty sure a mother and their child were walking like in the park in LA, and off by the side they found essentially a severed body from like I think the waist down, if I'm not mistaken. Essentially she was like sliced in half, naked woman. Yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah. And what else? The FBI identified them as she was a 22-year-old woman, a Hollywood actress.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not me being 22.
Yeah. And her name was Elizabeth Short. Yeah.
She was 22 when she died?
Yep, she was 22.
Damn, that's young.
And she was thriving in life, She was making her name in Hollywood.
Just starting her life, bro.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, because she did star in a movie I think called The Blue Dahlia, but since she was well known for wearing like very black sheer clothing,
What?
that's why she.
That's why they
named her Black Dahlia.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes so much. I had no idea why they named her Black Dahlia.
Yeah, because that's such an interesting name. Like,
Right? I thought it had to do
that
with
wouldn't
like,
have come off the dome.
Yeah, no,
No, yeah.
definitely.
That would not have come off the dome.
Definitely. Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah,
How long was she missing? Or like,
I think they found her like a couple weeks later. They found her at like a local park, so that's also like it asks a question like why would, if somebody wanted to murder someone, why would they just dump them in like a
park.
park?
Yeah,
Pretty
like
much.
You
such
could dump
a-
them in like a dumpster or like a lamp.
Yeah, like someone more hidden. This
Yeah.
person wanted the body to be
Not
found,
saying I don't know
clearly.
anything,
Yeah.
about dumb bodies. Not saying I don't know dumb bodies.
Yeah,
but
this
still,
person
like,
clearly wanted that body to be found.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The psychopath.
It's like,
Very
no,
much.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the reason why it's unsolved is because the FBI couldn't like pinpoint the fingerprint, and they were receiving anonymous letters found supposedly by the killer. Like authorities thought it was by the killer, but fingerprints couldn't be like scanned. Again, this was like the 1940s, so let's be fair.
Yeah, the
Mm.
technology it wasn't what it is now, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And yeah, so the murder has not been found, and yeah, so we can now go into like talking about the theories and what could have happened, which that will be our own perspective.
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
And then it was a sub.
It was a setup.
By
Like
someone?
this guy or whoever the person is probably was a woman.
Mhm.
Like someone was probably plotting her, and like when they finally like had a took her.
Could be due to jealousy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
very much.
Yeah, jealousy or like a crazy stalker that just wanted her,
Yeah,
to
because she
be-
was starting her like life off of Hollywood.
Exactly.
So
So,
like,
probably-
the possibilities of it being like someone that was obsessive is very high in my opinion. Like obsessive, like just wanted her,
Mhm.
like her only to themselves.
No,
So
yeah.
we don't know if it was a girl or a guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been a jealous potential
Female.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or an ex.
Or an ex.
Yeah.
Maybe. Exes are crazy now.
Yeah.
Whoever did end up, murdering her, they didn't really leave that much, like, how in a normal, like, scene when somebody does kill someone, there's, like, a lot of evidence around. This one didn't have that much evidence. That's also what makes it, like, so famous. And, there wasn't really anything indicating, like, exactly what she was killed with or, not a drop of blood, essentially. So, Yeah.
I heard she was kind of misrepresented in the media because the media was like playing it off like, you know,
like it wasn't nothing that big.
Yeah, nothing that big. But I'm like, bro, her body was literally laid out in the park.
Oh, that's
that ain't
very
big
sus.
enough.
Cut in half.
That's very sus because I mean I have this theory that maybe it was someone that had power, possibly.
Yeah,
like and they were trying to just brush it under the rug.
Another actor, maybe.
Ooh,
they probably wanted,
theory.
another actress to rise, and she was getting a little bit more famous.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
So good theories. Ooh. Child, I'm getting chills. Getting chills. Oh.
No, yeah, me too. Oh, fun fact that I wanted to like share with you guys.
Yeah.
So if you guys have ever seen the series American Horror Stories,
Right.
in season 1 they actually have how do I say this? Like something that was inspired from the Black Dahlia. They have like a doctor that was performing like these autopsies on this female, and in American Horror Story they did like the same thing that happened to, unfortunately, to her. They did like the surgery smile, I guess. Yeah. That was very, very. It looked very graphic in American Horror Story because that's already what's about, like horror stories and stuff. Yeah.
If they watched it, they know about it.
Yeah, it was in season 1. If you guys wanna like watch it, or it's really interesting, honestly.
I get scared after watching horror movies.
Really? Oh,
Like,
I love
literally,
horror
if I see
movies.
the most gruesome thing, bro, I'm having nightmares.
You're like, no, yeah.
I cannot sleep at night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a nightlight. I'm gonna need some
Oh, no.
sage. I need
Yeah.
everything. I can't.
Yeah.
Keep all the spirits away.
Ooh, child, I
No,
don't do
for
that.
me, yeah, for me with like paranormal horror stories, I'm like, yo, no.
Yeah,
But
I'm back up.
But still, I love horror. Like, I'm a sucker for that.
I mean, I like the idea. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like horror movies provide like a little thrill, a
little adrenaline rush.
Girl, the most gruesome scene,
Yeah.
bro. I'm done.
No, yeah.
I cannot.
No, there's some that are a little too graphic. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't do
Understandable.
ghost stories either. Like, ghost, I feel like that's like very like
A little too much.
haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I step back.
I agree.
Like,
True. I think what other theories? There were theories of the LAPD forcing confessions out of in order to try to get the case kind of like going and trying to close it. But yeah, so essentially they were at a desperate point in time where they wanted to try to find the killer, like trying to close the case, and they were just a bunch of things that weren't adding up, so that's the police.
So it was never solved, basically.
Yeah,
so they just left that case like that, and it's been today.
They say that it's probably not gonna be solved. Like they point blank that it's like it's not gonna happen.
Oh well, because I kind of didn't know a little bit about Black Dahlia. I always thought that they knew who it was. Actually, I didn't know that this was like an unsolved mystery. I thought this was a mystery that was solved. I thought specifically it was
I think they made a movie about it.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm like mixing it up. But I thought it was literally a doctor. I thought they solved this mystery, and it was like some doctor that went cuckoo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's insane. Like her life is like
At 22.
Literally at 22, and they can't even find her killer. That's
like still
I
starting life.
would be devastated. Like for family, I would be devastated if I didn't like know who did it and everything.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I would find out.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll come back with vengeance.
Yes, I will turn into who's that guy from that movie that he went and like for revenge? Oh, I don't know. You guys know?
Duh.
I think his name starts with John something.
Oh, John Wick.
Is it John Wick?
Is it John Wick?
Okay, John Wick. John Wick. I'll turn into John Wick.
Oh damn.
True assassin.
True assassin.
Yes. Was he the one about the dog that they killed?
Yes,
I know what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. I knew it was John. I was like, but I'm not sure if it's Wick. I don't want to sound stupid, so I was like, yeah.
Oh god.
I'll turn to
John Wick Part 5.
So another theory that was also mentioned is that it could have been connected to the Cleveland serial killer, which essentially that was the Cleveland torso murders, because since they found her body kind of like a part was missing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. they just assumed that, oh yeah, it could be like something like a lead, you know. And it was around the same. Actually, the Cleveland murders were like around the 1930s, late 1930s. So we're just assuming, and pretty much, you know, there was an officer who claimed that the Cleveland killer may have been lying. So that's why they didn't really continue with that theory.
Oh, because this person, the Cleveland killer, he was admitting to committing that crime.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, they caught the Cleveland killer?
I'm not sure actually, but they were really onto like a lead with him because of his precise, like, he was very precise in cutting specific parts of like the body and torso, and you know.
Yeah.
So they were just assuming, but police then later found out that it wasn't. It was just a lie. Yeah. And yeah,
it's giving Hannibal. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hannibal. I don't know if I think it's Hannibal or it's some person that I watched a movie. I was forced to watch this movie because I lost it there. And what's it called? I was forced to watch a movie, and it was this guy. I don't know the movie name. If I can pull it up on my phone, I'll probably show you guys. But it's a guy who like kills someone, of course, and takes their body. It's probably similar to Jeffrey Dahmer type stuff. And he peels the face.
Oh,
of
I
someone.
heard about that. And he wears them.
Yes. I don't know who was it.
I don't know either.
Hannibal.
I don't know his name either.
I don't think it was Hannibal or something. I heard Jeffrey Dahmer used to like do some type of stuff.
Some type of
thing.
Something like that. Like I know he went for body parts too, but I don't know if he ever went for the face. But there was one movie that was inspired actually by a real killer who did this. We have to look it up and see after this. But he would take the face of the person or the victim he killed, and he would like make like masks.
Yeah, I heard.
It carry a whole collection. It was sick.
I
bro.
heard.
I was like, how you sleep at night? Well, probably sleep nice though. You know?
Maybe it is Hannibal Lecter because it sounds.
It was inspired. It inspired the Hannibal Lecter character. So that's why I was like,
down. That's great. I mean,
eerie.
Very eerie. Like how? What in your right mind?
Like imagine yourself. Like obviously nobody wants to imagine this, but like imagine like you're dead, right? And
you're
somebody's wearing
your
your freaking flesh, like your face, like on your like. Oh my god, it's so
It's very gruesome.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. No. I cannot. You know, as much as I think I can handle it, I cannot handle it. All right, let's be fair. So,
I don't know how these killers do it. Like, I can't even see the sight of blood. Like,
me neither.
No.
Like, that's insane. Like, how you like cut someone's body,
and they find like satisfaction. That's what's like creepy.
I mean,
I guess it's like the trauma that they endure when they're like younger or something. But yeah.
Alright. Well, so then another preceding theory. Like, this was very, you know, it not whatchamacallit. It was kind of gruesome in the sense how this theory kind of went about. And then I don't even know if it's a well-known fact either.
Yeah.
But they say that the letter D and E was carved into her body. In a crime magazine, they stated that they received letters where D and E, the initials D and E, were carved in a specific area of her body. Yeah. And you know, based on different photographs and whatnot and what they've, you know, researched, that wasn't really available to the public at the time. So they didn't really like out that type of information, but it was also very difficult to identify due to her body kind of like being all dismembered. So they believe that the D may stand for I think the name's Leslie Dillon, which was she was a lead suspect on the case. A female. Yeah, that was another thing I wanted to point out. A female. So, you know, maybe that theory may not be too far gone in the sense of the case, but we'll never know. So
because I was just about to say D can be like a pinpoint to if that was the killer. Like,
it could,
D could be like the name, and then E maybe Elizabeth. That's her name. I don't know. Let's see.
That's what people were saying. But you know, some things remain unsolved. So and that's one of those things. That's why it's there. But you know, with that in mind, there were over 150 people. Estimating over 150 people as suspects, but there was never an arrest. And you know, that was, imagine all those people and you can't even pinpoint anybody.
That's insane. The fact that it was such a crazy amount of suspects is insane. Like 150.
Yeah. So they interrogated like 150 suspects and none of them.
Right, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
The fact that there were so many suspects.
Yeah. Imagine like she was like starting off her life and like not even. That's just sad. I find that really sad now. I don't know why I'm getting all depressed. But
no, I mean, yeah, I guess it's because like we could kind of relate because we're like closer. We're like literally like her age or close to her age. So you know, like, and as females, like, you know, like it's just sad, you know, that someone that had such a bright future just suddenly got murdered, like, and brutally murdered. Like, it's very sad.
Oh, imagine. It doesn't get out of my mind that the killer definitely didn't, like, killers know what they're doing. Let's be fair. Yeah. All right. Unless it's like an accident, but at the same time, you know.
Yeah, they kill with motives.
They come with motives, and this one definitely came with a motive. Yeah. They wanted her, like, even though she was starting off her life in being famous, they wanted her to leave as being famous as well. I bet.
I like that.
Right? I like the way she put that. I was like, yo.
I like that. That was like a...
Yeah. A play on words right there.
Yeah.
Alright, right?
Alright, Kim.
Alrighty. Alright.
Oh, yes. We look so good. I love it.
All right.
I'm gonna have to take these pictures.
Lauryn looks like she's gonna be on what's those like 911 or like.
Oh yes.
She's about to unlock that mystery.
She look like a real.
Get down. We about to really break the case. Period.
So now we'll be discussing our own personal conspiracy theories. You know, a little bit of we put on our shades and everything. You know.
Yeah, because it's gonna get shady.
It's gonna get shady in here.
Yeah. So let's get into it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the whole case as to how it could have been turned out differently?
Yes. So my conspiracy theory, I at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a guy. I thought it was a doctor. I thought it was a guy, like, because like I said, like, I thought I watched like something that said that it was a doctor and that it was like, at first I thought it was that, but now, like, after like discussing about it, and you say that the one of the lead suspects was a girl. Now that I think about it, I think it was a girl, a female, that she was either very jealous, wanted her life, or she just was so obsessed with her, like, kind of like the person that killed Selena.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The lady.
It could be something like that.
Yeah, I think that's my theory. I think it was like a female that was very obsessed with it, because it just, the way that her body was mutilated, it feels like it was personal, and the fact that they they marked her, I guess we could say. Yeah, they marked her. I would say that's my theory.
Yeah. All right. Well, my theory is most likely like an actor. I don't know, female or male. Actors will do some pretty,
do anything to get.
They are
shady stuff.
They're very shady.
They are shady. Yeah. So they'll probably, do little here and there's, and they could also hire people to do their dirty work, and then they keep their hands clean. True. That could have happened as well. Yeah. But for me, I get the feeling that it was it could have been an actor.
Theory, actually, because the way that everything was so like
intricate.
Intricate, and the way that there was no real evidence, I guess we could say, like, there was nothing, like, it was just always a dead end. It sounds like to me like there was like money involved, like a lot of like hiding under the rug.
There you go.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
that's a really good theory.
That is.
Yeah.
For me, I think it was the police. I'm just kidding. The police. No, because how come in this case is closed with no murderer? I think probably there's okay, let me start from the beginning.
Yeah, right.
I think that it could be a guy or it could be a female, or it probably can be two people that knew this girl was headed to fame. And they set up a plan full of jealousy, and they have someone on the inside, which is the police. I feel like it was a setup.
You feel like
crime.
It was like a whole.
It was
setup.
a whole.
Yeah, like a bunch of people.
Because I feel like this girl has a lot for herself. Like literally, she's beautiful. Yeah. She's talented, and for her to be at 22 starting her fame, I think it was a setup that someone probably. Someone, one person was jealous, and they set up a whole team to like.
To wipe her out.
Yeah.
They made a plan.
They planned it. Because but I don't know, like girls like cutting bodies and everything. I don't know. I feel like
you wouldn't picture. You're right. You know something. You're right. I wouldn't picture a female cutting someone.
I feel like a guy would literally like planned that, like cut.
Or the female probably ordered a guy.
Probably that's what I'm saying. I'm going back to your theory. Like probably the female had someone. I think it's a whole setup, low key. It was a setup on.
It's a setup.
Yeah, it really was a setup, and unfortunately, she died gruesomely. Like that's horrible for her.
Yeah.
That is. It's very sad.
But the police, they need to do better. Like 1940s. Like I know we didn't have a lot, but we had something.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
No, I agree. I feel like in the 1900s, like the late 1900s, I feel like there were so many sociopaths.
I know.
There's a whole theory as to why there's so many sociopaths around that time.
Yeah.
But the police, I guess, because the police was so like I guess not a lot. They weren't used to that. I guess they weren't
probably
ready.
Probably
for
in the county, that was like probably one of their biggest murder cases that happened, and so like they couldn't really pinpoint everything.
Exactly.
That was kind of like back to back because around the late 1930s, going into the 1940s, a lot of things like with the chainsaw murder. That happened in the late 1930s.
Yeah.
And then transitioning to what happened to her, doesn't really fall far off the tree. So, yeah. But that could be maybe the police weren't prepared. Yeah. They didn't really know what they were getting into. So, with a high expectancy of killings like those and murders, Yeah.
But they can always open the case now, Exactly. Like, there's been older cases. Like, I'm trying to remember the guy from California. I'm still thinking about the guy from California.
I mean, just look at the boy in the box. The boy in the box, they ended up finding out his name, 2 years ago, back in 2021.
What boy in the box? I didn't know.
Yeah, they found out his name due to DNA research and everything. Sadly, the parents passed away, but his case still continues to be unsolved because they don't really know who killed him yet. But they were able to find their name. So yeah, maybe the case could be reopened if the police manage to find more evidence into it. But that just takes a lot of research, a lot of paperwork,
a lot of time,
a
lot of look back, a lot of evidence. You don't know how big that file.
And in my opinion, sometimes the police department does get lazy with cases.
They do. They do. They're people just like us. Like I get lazy with my projects too. So the police were not policing back then.
The police were not policing.
They were not policing,
and that's the takeaway on that. Yeah. So, do we have any more theories on the table? No. That's pretty much it.
That was pretty much it on my end.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Elizabeth.
Our girl Elizabeth.
Yes.
May she rest in peace.
Hopefully her soul continues onward.
Into a better direction.
That she reincarnated into a well-known artist today.
Of course, because her life was taken. Her life was taken too short.
It was.
And she look at her. She's very beautiful.
Yes.
So
that's true. All right. Well, that finishes our segment on our own opinion theories, and it's not real. These aren't the facts.
They aren't. They're just opinions.
Yeah. And thank you so much for participating.
Of course.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
This was a lot of fun, honestly.
It was. I didn't know I could be in for crime like this.
Right?
Sure. Yeah. Catch you watching NCIS tonight.
All right. Well, and that concludes our episode. Thank you guys for watching with More with Murders. Bye.
Bye.